Hello and a warm welcome to my channel where I cover stocks and derivative data on a daily basis. And as you guessed it right, this video is on IRCTC, Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation Limited. This is stock. It's a mini Ratna company, a central government, public sector enterprise. It has into the online ticketing and catering and drinking of water. Neer is their brand, which is India's biggest uh, uh, consumer and seller of the mineral water bottles. It also has a market cap of 52,000 crores and a return on capital employed of 59 plus percent. It is a debt-free company and has been maintaining a very healthy dividend payout. Promoters, that's the government of India, hold 62.5%. FIIs hold 7%. Domestic institutions hold 10%, while the public holds around 21% in the company. Among the domestic institutions, also the one of the largest non-promoter holding is with LIC, which is 8.5% as of March 31st, 2023. Now let's have a look at what the technical analysis of the stock is telling us. Before getting into the technicals of it, just a reminder for those who wish to learn harmonic trading patterns, Ichimoku, trading psychology, and risk management, that is mind management, which is extremely crucial from a trader's point of view, and also those who want to build capital over a period of time, how to go about it. Harmonic trading patterns and Ichimoku are technical studies. Harmonics based on Fibonacci, while Ichimoku is a Japanese origin study. So both studies are being taught from right from the basic entry point of view. You don't need a background in the studies, then to intermediate, then to advanced. The videos in the recordings for the sessions are around total of around 8 hours for harmonic trading patterns and around 12 hours for Ichimoku. So we both have been provided with PDFs and with the video recording link. Plus, those who take the course get hand-holding guidance that whatever you are interpreting, you will be able to share with me one-on-one via WhatsApp and email, and I will be able to guide you on whether it's going correct or incorrect. And also you can clarify your doubts with me. So it's more of a theory and assessment, practical assessment of the study. For those who take up the trading psychology and risk management course, there is a 10 sessions of live one-on-one with the participant, no other person involved in the room, so that we share what is crucial to be in a trading discipline. And also on a daily basis, when we will be doing those 10 sessions on an everyday basis, I will be showing you how to reduce risk, how to complement different studies, which is a very big thing today when people get confused whether one study is saying something, the other study is saying something. So how to get that over with, and also ways to identify strength and weakness in the market with sector rotation and stock rotation within sectors. So if you have any, if you would like to do that, shout out an email to me or send me a message on my Twitter inbox, and I'll come back to you on that matter. The details for the course are in the description box. You can check it out also. So now let's go and look at the charts. Now, this is a chart of IRCTC on a multi-time frame basis, combining all different time frames. I'm going to start with the monthly time frame, first of all. Now, in the monthly one, you can see that the stock is fairly listed, not very old. 2019, this was the COVID move down, and then a very, very good rally. In fact, one of the best rallies we've seen among PSU stocks and overall market was a rank outperformer post its listing out here, and you can see clear solid returns in that stock. Now post that into from 2021 November, we've seen a decline, pull back and another decline, but interestingly looks like the stock in the monthly time frame is trying to make a double bottom scenario out here, which is good. And that means a base formation so that the stock could again start a rally. Very early to confirm that double bottom still, but it's still there. So now let's have a look at what the weekly charts are telling us in this case. So in the weekly charts, as per Ichimoku, the stock is still below a uptrend signal. still in the downside side. So a lot of smart money will not be entering so early into the stock or going more aggressive. Even if they have accumulated, their aggression will take some time to happen. And here also we can see the stock has managed to, in the bounce back from this double bottom, which we discovered in the monthly time frame out here. So it's managed to push up and is now trying to make a higher low in this weekly time frame. You can see out here that trying to push its way up, held on to the Ichimoku baseline. Now, baseline is very, very crucial for Ichimoku traders, and we can see that it's trying to push its way up. As per the weekly, there is some resistance in the stock. Its immediate resistance is coming around 680 to 700, and above that, a good move can come all the way till 775 and a lot more than towards 900. So if this baseline is holding, which is around 615, the uptrend could be quite strong. 610 to 615 is what I would say. That's a very crucial support. A lot of consolidation you can see taking place in this zone out here, which is a good sign for the stock. Now let's have a look at what the daily time frame is telling us out here. Now, interestingly, in the daily time frame, the future Kumo is still slightly bearish. That's why we saw this sharp reaction on Friday, August 4th, and today, August 8th, or 7th also. So some pullback consolidation happening in the very lower time frame till this future Kumo turns bullish for us. But interestingly, there's one thing which I would like to point out here is that the stock first made a gap down out here. You can see there's a gap down out here, which took place in the month of December, just before the government, around that time, the government announced the OFS in the stock. Now, coincidentally, when the stock was rallying up in the month of October 2022, it had a gap up in this zone out here. Now that gap up got covered with this gap down out here, the second gap down we can see out here, resulting in a bearish island. It's a very tiny one, but it is a bearish island scenario out here. We have a bearish island out here, which means that this area in the higher time frame, which is a monthly time frame in this case, is an isolated zone. So two resistance coming up, like I pointed out in the weekly, one being the 680, 700, and then, yeah, this 700, this zone, which is also matches with the candlestick rising and falling window theory, plus the bearish island reversal scenario. This bearish island resulted in a continuous downtrend for the stock, from where it has now again tried to push its way back again. Now, again, interestingly, one more pattern being formed out here is the inverse head and shoulder pattern being formed in the daily time frame as the stock tends to consolidate, which I pointed out in the weekly, and is also trying to make a higher low. So we have a inverse head and shoulder structure out here waiting for a breakout to happen around 680. So even the lower time frame emphasizing of the turnaround probability in the stock. Let's have a look at what the daily, you've seen the daily. Now let's have a look at what the hourly time frame is telling us out here. Now in the hourly time frame, took a very good baseline, flat baseline, pulled it back, which we saw also in the daily because of the future Kumo. Here we can see the pullback is now got support. Again, coincidentally, harmonic patterns coming at work out here. We have a bullish harmonic reciprocal ABCD formation out here. So very early reversal confirmations in that time frame in which they are spotted, because of which we saw this pullback happening coincidentally. So a lot of studies coming together and suggesting that the stock could be in for a good possible uptrend in the coming weeks and months. So short term. Now, before I get into the synopsis of where the major supports and resistance and possibilities I see are happening, let's have a look at what the derivative data is also telling us in the stock. So you can see the derivative data out here. It's pretty clear that today we saw some still some call right positions being formed at 660 just out of the money. The bigger ones, like I've suggested, 680 and at 700, huge balls. But we still have a lot of time to go for this monthly settlement. Coincidentally, we can also see decent put walls being formed. So in case it breaks below this 650, where right now the PCR is still bearish at 0.8. In case it breaks below, it's got a lot of support lined up from the put side out here. And because of that earlier downtrend and consolidation, those put buyers are now slowly exiting the stock. In fact, at 610, we are seeing a lot of unwinding taking place for those who are very bearish on the stock out there. And even out here, we can see call unwinding taking place at 670, but that's too far. Let's look at the 660 wall immediate and the 680, 700. Let's have a look at what the future buildup looks like for the stock based on the last 5 days. You can see the future buildup 5 days. Stock is up 2%. OI change is 4.88. So on a this is a long build-up signal over the last 5 days, like we spotted. In the intraday today, very flat with very negligible change. So nothing given out in the intraday, but overall looks like not too much of a OI change. So not something which will give a interest to a heavy smart build-up, but something which is there. Long build-up, but not too much of it right now. So let's go back to the charts and try to decode support and resistance now. So as per my reading, this level, the low from where it turned today, 649. So I would say a max stretch to this 645 is to 640 is important. 645 would be for extreme short term, that is for a couple of days, would be my some very crucial support. Failure to hold that would mean that it would take some more time to drift down towards 640, 625, which is again a huge wall support. And the final one is this right shoulder of the uh, probable IHS formation, which I showed you in the stock. This was the left shoulder out here. This is the head, and this is the neckline, which is trying to hold on to it. So something, consolidation taking place. If there is a decline, these are huge supports now build up as per Ichimoku out here in it. And if it starts moving on the upward direction, then we have this breakout sitting out here at 665 odd, where we saw the immediate OI resistance of 660. So above that, the stock could give a good, decent move, which could push the stock further up. And if we go by a simple distance calculation of the inverse head and shoulder, then we have a probable upside around 720, which is also coincidentally the covering the bearish island gap and the next gap in its path. So upside above that particular wall, some consolidation, flushing out weak hands, possibility taking place at the current juncture in the stock before it does something in the immediate short term. Overall, also from a medium term perspective, accumulation possibility in the place as long as 615 is protected for the stock. So upsides keep opening up for it, for strong upside, where the 720 would be something like a trading scenario. But usually stocks which do inverse head and shoulder breakouts after a big correction tend to do much better over a period of time, suggesting a big turnaround. So from a medium to long-term perspective also, then it becomes a good stock on an upside move. Good accumulation could take place. Of course, it would not run away immediately, but it would take its sweet time. So from all angles, from an investor, from a swing positional trader to a swing trader point of view, a derivative trader point of view, stock looks quite set from a bullish angle. Now, disclaimer, this is not a trading advice. It's a pure study based on technicals of Ichimoku, Harmonic, Fibonacci, and classical patterns, plus the derivative data. In case you decide to do a trade in it or invest in it, please do your research thoroughly and Make sure that you are managing your risk properly before you take a call. What's your time frame of holding on to the stock? Accordingly, take an instrument. Don't rush it into it just because you are looking at something big with a risky instrument or with the over leveraged one. It could cause a lot of harm. So please look into those factors before you consider a trade. Now, I hope this video was of help to you. So please do like this one, subscribe to the channel, and also share this video. Until then, happy investing and take care. Bye-bye.